Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes,
First
indeed.
time on the show. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. But we trashed the last one because we wanted him in person.
We didn't trash it. We just decided to wait till he can come in
Yeah, come in
studio.
person. That's right.
I think I wasn't there for it.
We got a debut in real life.
Yes, Jack
Harlow is here.
What to do?
Welcome. Album is out today.
Now I understand the white men can't jump casting. I didn't know you was that tall.
Yeah, no one seems to.
How tall are you? Like 6'2"?
6'3".
Wow. Okay, it makes sense. So you can hoop in real life?
I'm useful.
You like a whole foot,
Useful.
like a whole foot taller than Charlamagne.
I mean, let's just say I've been spending the last few weeks sharpening.
Oh, so they got you like
I
training.
mean, they want me to be good. I got. It's in everyone's best interest for me to be good, and so I have no doubt I'll look good. But my whole life, my brain's been rebounding in defense.
Got you.
You work
Did you
out with Chris
audition?
Brickley?
Yeah.
You know
Nah.
Chris? Oh, not him. Okay.
So how did you have to audition? Did you have to play hoops or was just more acting?
I think the only person they wanted was me.
Really?
So I don't know if I had any comp, but they wanted me to read. So I read a few lines and I showed them that I was competent. But this is my first role. So
And is it Billy Hoyt? Is it the same thing?
no, it's a new character.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I thought it was a remake, like y'all playing the character.
I mean, it's influenced by, but it's a new movie. It's a new story.
Can you
Gotcha.
jump? Can you?
I can jump. I'll tell you that.
Dunk?
We'll see.
Did you play in high school or?
I'm not allowed to spoil the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're trying to make him give the whole thing
Yeah.
I
away.
was asking.
You said you didn't even see it until you got casted, right?
Yeah, I saw it recently.
What'd
I
you
mean, I think the movie's older than you. What year was you
What is it,
born?
90? I'm 98.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you
Hell
think
yeah.
about it when you saw it?
I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, most movies from that era don't hold up from the 1900s. Most movies from
When
the
you-
1900s.
No, not the 1900s, but the 90s. Sometimes you feel like it's I don't know. I thought it was gonna be more gimmicky, like the movie posters, like really colorful, and the title has like a novelty feel to it. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is classic.
It's an actual
The
storyline.
dialogue is classic.
Yeah.
Like it's really well done. So
So who you practicing with? Do you got because you got money now, so you got like NBA players training you, or?
well, the movies set me up with some people. So I haven't had to make any calls myself, but I'm open minded. But
Okay.
they've been putting me in with some people.
Okay.
Did you get an acting coach?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how
Well-
are you, sir?
I'm
Sorry to
cool.
come in so hot. How are you?
I'm cool. I'm busier than I've ever been.
That's a
Well,
good
come
thing.
home. The kids
Yeah.
miss you, man.
That's my mom texted me that last night. I mean, she said, "Come home, your mom misses you." She was texting me last night. She was like, "Yo, I feel like you're a balloon just floating away. Fuck me up a little bit. Yeah, fuck me up a little bit.
Shit.
Like just on some real shit. I had a talk with my mom last night that just kind of like reset me. Funny enough, coming into this morning, because it's just like I've been on the move, and I think that's what comes with anyone that's busy and away from their family comes with it. But it's like this is the first time for me where it's been just go go go. So. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this album out and maximizing it. But I moved back to Kentucky, and I want to be around my. I don't want to spend my 20s across the world wearing my
real.
body out. I want to be around my family. So
You got to FaceTime your mom more at least, man, while you on the road. Do you
no, I do.
Okay.
She just she wants to be in my presence.
She wants
Word.
to see you.
Yeah.
She wants to touch you, hug you.
Yeah, she don't want to go weeks without seeing me.
You don't bring her places sometimes?
Sometimes there's places, but I mean, she has a job herself. She's in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? She has her own aspirations. She's actually a successful businesswoman, so she has things that she's chasing, but she just wants to see her son.
It's
You know what I'm
exciting to
saying?
go to work, though, and be like, my son. Because I know at work, everybody's probably like, that's
No,
our
in
Jack
Louisville it's
Harlow.
crazy. That's one of the things we were talking about last night. I mean, people know my mom, but now it's like,
They know your mom.
yeah, and they have questions for her, and they want to know her. That's what she was saying. They want to know her now. So.
Was she always proud that you were rapping? Because I know rap at one time was like, here you go.
She introduced me to rap.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
She was a really big rap fan growing up. She was at Public Enemy concerts and all that shit in the 90s, and so I dug into her CD collection in like the late 2000s, and one of my earliest memories is her buying Late Registration on physical
Wow.
and playing it in the car and telling me, yo, you can't say a lot of these words, and
Especially the one that begins with N. Please. Okay.
that's right. Learned that early.
And now look at you on Kanye's album.
It's insane. It fucks her up. I know that. So, but she had the whole Outkast discography. She put me on the Tribe. Like my mom was seasoned.
So she's a hip hop head. Not just the hits.
She loves hip hop. So I owe her my introduction. So
That
she
must-
loves that I do this.
That's dope. So what did she say when you made the Donda 2 album?
I mean, she just I called her after he called me to come out there and be on it, and she was just like, she cries easily.
Do you remember the first time she told you she was proud of you? I mean, I'm sure she's told you that in life period, but I'm talking about because of who you are now.
She tells me a lot. She's told me a lot throughout the process. Even I've been chasing this since I was a teen. You know, I was one of those kids burning CDs in middle school. I've been desperate to get on for years. Like, this has been something that's been a long time coming for me. So in middle school and high school, I was passing out mixtapes, and I was hitting small enough milestones for my mom to look at me and say she was proud. My dad too.
Dope.
Now, from the beginning, for people that don't know.
Hold on, real quick. Do you care to share one thing that she said to you last night that reset you?
Honestly, that balloon quote. I mean, just her, like, my mom's well-spoken. She has strong analogies. And so she was like, I just feel like you're a balloon floating away from me. And I was like.
So it made you feel like you're not grounded anymore?
No, I just think the distance. I just think it was, she knows I'm still connected, like, you know, but I just think it just reset me. It floored me, low-key.
Did you tear up a little bit? Did you cry a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's mom's.
Yeah.
Where do you get your sense of humor from?
Oh, my dad. My mom's funny too, but my dad is.
Sarcastic has to be.
He's witty. Yeah, he's witty. My dad's really funny. He was in construction. Now my parents work together. They own a local sign shop.
So for people that don't know, let's start from the beginning. When you started recording, you started making music. How did you get into the industry as far as meeting Drama, for people that don't know? DJ Drama. That's standing out there right there. Shout out to Drama.
Drama, Cannon, Lake.
Yeah,
the whole
So I'll
squad.
put it like this. I was in Louisville 2016. I just graduated high school, and I was in my basement with my homeboy, and I checked Instagram, and DJ Drama had followed me, and I remember looking over at him. This is when Uzi was red hot, and so Drama was like very known for breaking artists at the moment. Obviously, he'd been doing it for a long time, but right then, for my generation, it was like, oh, DJ Drama can change your life.
The executive drum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I saw that, and I was like, yo, wouldn't it be crazy if I signed to Drum? And we like laughed about it, and I was like, maybe one day. A few months later, I moved to Atlanta, 6 hours from Louisville. So I was making drives to go down there, do open mics, like anything I could to get on. And I just had heard through the grapevine, yo, Drama wants to meet you. At the time, I'm working at Chick-fil-A at Georgia State. Me and my best friends had moved down. Like, I'm trying to meet anyone I can meet.
Your sarcastic ass work for Chick-fil-A?
No. You just proved why you're such a nice guy. Now we understand why you're such a nice guy.
Well, no, they didn't put me up front.
I
wasn't my pleasuring. I was literally buttering buns.
I
was buttering buns.
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Resume.
And that's how you do it like this? So are the buns like up in the air?
No, there's like a machine. You just keep sitting. But like, if you're doing it all day, you just want to get fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get taken up to Mean Street by Randy, KY Engineering and shit. It's like a crazy story how I met Drum. But anyway,
We want to hear it.
I know
That's
it's
why
just.
you're here.
I know. I'm just saying it's extensive. Anywho, I go up to Mean Street and I'm like, damn, it's DJ Drama. You know what I said? He's like, what up? Like, he just has his voice and shit. And I'm like, damn, you really sound like that? Like, I'm just like, I'm fucked up about it. And so a few months later, we ended up doing the deal. But I knew immediately I wanted to be there. Obviously, their success made sense over the years, but they embraced me and they saw me for what I wanted to be. They didn't see me as a gimmick or like a novelty. They saw me as somebody that could really play ball. So.
Were there other places trying to sign you at the same time?
Yeah, but it wasn't like, I wasn't in that red hot space where it was like bidding war. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like everyone wanted. They were pretty early, to be honest. You know?
How involved the Drama, Cannon, and Lake in the process of like making your music?
They're very involved, and I like to go do it, and then I bring it back to them, and you know, they're very honest with their opinions, and they push me. I'll think something's incredible and come back and find out it ain't. So they'll push me. I think this could be better. Cannon is, you know, the heaviest on the music side, but they all, you know, once we get to the end of the album, you know, they're helping track lists. They're a part of the whole thing. You know, they want to be a part of every step, and I want them a part of every step. You know, I feel like I'm constantly seeking their approval.
Now, whose idea was it to flip that Fergie record?
Mine, proudly.
Did anybody think it was corny? Did they be like, no, I don't know about that, Jack?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say corny, but I when I was in the studio making it, and like once the first verse and the chorus done, I was like, this is a hit. I was charged up. I was telling everyone in the room, yo, this is a hit. And everyone was like, I don't know if it's a hit, bro. Like, you know, and I was like, damn, am I tripping? Is it not a hit? I was like, I feel so strong about this. So I'm proud of myself on that one. And I've been wanting that type of record. I idolized Fergie as a kid. So this is so full circle for me. It's crazy.
What made you push it, regardless of people saying, we don't know?
You live with it. You live with it after days, and after a few days, I'm like, no, I'm not tripping. This is people are gonna be refreshed by this.
Did you play it for your mom? Well, obviously your mom knows hip-hop.
Yeah. I did.
And she knew it was hit.
Yeah, she always just like, when something she likes something. Yeah.
What did the guy say? What did the drum say? What did Candace say?
First listen.
Okay.
Wow.
First listen, smash.
Wow.
How does it record? Like, and when they did that in front of some of the company that was like, I don't know. I was like,
How does a record like that change your life?
I'm in the midst of it right now.
Yeah. I know yesterday they would say there was a big crowd outside for you here at the station.
I mean, it's another good one. I'm hungry for the next one, but I mean, I don't know.
How do you
and what about
remain
working with
humble?
Lil Nas X? That has to be a great experience too, and everything that ensued after that.
I mean,
hilarity.
It was phenomenal. I mean, the song changed my life. What really made me blown away about that song is when I added it to my set list, and I realized, he's making arena music, because I was doing theaters last fall, selling out like 2,500s, and a lot of my music's like very conversational and intimate. And when that Industry Baby would come on, I'd see the place light up. So, he pushed me to want to make bigger music, because I'm moving into bigger rooms this year. So I want to make shit that's just... But Lil Nas is a legend.
How do you remain humble, though, with everything that's going on, with the success and the Met Galas and the charts and all that? How do you remain still down to earth?
I think my nature just might be self-conscious enough. Even in maybe an insecure way sometimes, of just like, how can I be better? Like, aware of myself. Like, I would be embarrassed to lose touch. I would be embarrassed to become arrogant. And I keep all my friends around, everyone that I've came up with. I'm a part of a collective called Private Garden that we started when I was in high school in Kentucky. It's like 8 or 9 of us, and the families continue to grow, but the core of us is just stuck together. We tour together, we go everywhere together. So.
And I think when you come from like humble beginnings, especially down south, you know what real life looks like. So it's hard to get gassed up by this. I
mean, and that's like a weapon. When you go to LA or some places and you have like a soul to project, and people are just like, there's something different there. So, being from Kentucky is something that we've used to our advantage, because so many people don't come from a place where you had a chip on your shoulder. Like, we want to lift this place up. Now
you say you stopped drinking.
Yeah.
Why was that? And did you have a drinking problem, or is it just you just gave it up?
Thanks for asking that, because I want to make that clear. I definitely didn't have a drinking problem, but that was like my vice that I enjoyed. You know what I'm saying?
I thought everybody raised off bourbon in Kentucky. I thought they get y'all on bourbon early.
Not early.
Like
at some point.
Okay.
At some point you fall into it. I haven't had a sip in a year and a half, because I'm focused. I'm just hungry. I don't want to wake up with a dry throat. I don't want to wake up tired. I really care about my career a lot, and it feels like a fragile thing that, not everybody gets. So while I have it, I'd like to just be clear. There'll be a time where, I can sit back and enjoy it, but right now I'm just like...
Focus.
It's helpful too. It's changed. The last year and a half has changed my life and the lives of people around me, so we're rocking.
So even when First Class goes #1, how do you celebrate?
Man, everybody was like, come on, like, let's at least do champagne and shit. We went to the studio. Everyone in there took some champagne. I didn't drink, but I felt good. I'm just head down right now, and I need to get better at enjoying, but I'm head down. I'm focused.
Now, has Dua Lipa responded to you having a song named after her on the album?
Not publicly.
Oh, but privately she has.
Well, I wanted to get her blessing. So I FaceTimed her and played it for her, because I didn't want her to be blindsided by that or feel like, creeped out or anything. I want her to... If she had said, I hate it, I don't want it to come out, it wouldn't have came out. But she was like, I mean, it's not my song. I suppose it's okay. She was just kind of thrown off, and she just let it go. So,
is that a woman you fancy? Is that why you made the record?
I admire her.
You admire her?
Yeah.
It's about her?
Yeah.
Oh.
So now what? Like, is our conversations more awkward after that, or?
I'd say they're less awkward.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we're good. We'll see how the record does. I think when the song comes out, she'll grow to appreciate it even more.
Not if it flops. If it flops, you don't stand a chance with her, buddy.
Right.
Okay.
Now, what about album projections? Because I see they're already talking about what the album is going to do.
Yeah, it's bizarre, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm like, how
Why
do
is
they know
that
that?
bizarre? I don't understand why that's bizarre. That's what they do. They do that with everything, though. Movies, music.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with making guesses, but it's almost like these like official mathematical projections, which, like you said, it ain't nothing wrong with it. But it's just, I thought it feels pretty recent that they started doing 5 days ahead of time after it comes out, like 5 days before the official. Now they have it before it comes out. They don't,
which is crazy.
But me personally, I like to see it. I'm curious.
What's it based on? Is it based on pre-sales or?
Couldn't tell you.
Nobody even heard the record.
Maybe the amount of songs, the anticipation. I have no idea.
I see.
What are you looking to do?
I mean, the goal when we made this album was like, last album I did was 51K, and so the goal for me, this wasn't in the back of our minds all the time, but I was like, I'd love to do over 100K this time.
Well, it's definitely gonna do that from these projections.
So if you keep pushing it, you're just gonna keep desiring, But so that was the original. I said, let's be grateful that we got past that.
What's the projections?
180, 150 to 180.
I got it like 200, 225.
That would thrill me.
Yeah. I think you cleared 200 easy.
That would thrill me.
I think so too.
Easy.
Now I seen the Drake record release.
It's coming. Yeah.
Now you somebody who they say that is very serious about your project. You don't leave the studio with any records. You don't email any records. So how did that record get leaked?
Wish I could tell you.
So you have no clue.
No clue.
Damn.
Yeah. I was pretty devastated.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, because you wanted people to hear it on the album.
It's just like, that's one of my idols. Like, I just wanted to control that moment as best I could, but the universe has its way.
I thought y'all did that on purpose because the first class was out and you were like, let me leak something
for the streets.
That's a little more rapid.
I mean, I wanted to clear it away. I wanted people to be shocked when that came out. So
now, when you heard Drake's verse, did you want to rewrite yours?
I wanted to add to it. The moment he did it, I was like, because he went.
He bodied you.
He went stupid. He went stupid.
You feel like he bodied you on your own shit?
I feel like the link did, but I feel like that's one of my best verses.
It's a good verse.
Thank
really
you.
Good verse.
I appreciate it. But he went so crazy that I was like, I'm gonna have to add bars or everyone's gonna say he bodied me on my shit.
Yes. So did you add bars?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the one that we hear Friday, it'll be.
Yeah, there's new bars.
Okay.
There's new bars. It's longer. Our verses are the same length now.
Do you feel like that's disrespectful when artists do that? I mean, artists got to do their thing when they write, but it's like, God damn, bro.
I feel split because I actually feel like it comes from a place of respect almost because they had to get into that bag. They felt like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You activated me. You pushed me into this space. And I don't know how I could ever feel disrespected because what are you supposed to tell somebody? Yo, take it easy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You want somebody to give you a great verse. It's probably worse if they give you something that you like, I don't even really like that.
Yeah, and some of his bars meant so much to me that I could tell that he was like tipping his hat to me in a way that made me feel great. So
I was still holding a grudge against Drum and just wanted to body Drum's artist on the record.
I doubt it.
It's possible.
How did you meet Drake? How did y'all come together?
The first time I met him, it was like 2019. We were in Atlanta, and I was at a party, one of his parties, and he was walking across the party, and he saw me, and he just came over to me, and at the time, I was like pretty wide-eyed. I didn't have a big record out at all, but he was tapped in on me. He's like, yo, you got some hard shit. He just told me that. It meant the world to me. We've seen each other since over the years. When I had a show in Toronto, he came to the show. I went back to the crib. Like, we've gotten to know each other, and then the Turks trip, we've just...
Y'all took a vacation with each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was on his phone when you was looking over his shoulder at the Tiki? What's the name of the Tiki bar?
Captain Oak's
Captain
Tiki
Oaks.
Bar.
I didn't see his. I was looking into his earlobe, so I didn't
You were
see
looking
his
at
phone.
his earlobe.
His earlobe. Was it dirty?
Nah, it was clean.
Oh.
Cleanest I've ever seen.
Any
Last time I
holes
was
to
there,
go? Any hole is the goal.
I saw him processing that one. It took like 10 seconds. Like, what do I got for this?
The only reason he's saying that because earlier today
He's on down to grab that one.
we was talking about Yo Gotti, and I was like, I love Yo Gotti's ears, meaning he signs great artists.
And our guy Joey, what Joey at?
This guy right here,
Joey goes, any goal is the hole. Any hole is the goal.
That's a great one. Taking that
that's
with
amazing.
me. Taking that with me.
Now, what are the most important things you learned from like working with the Lil Waynes and Justin Timberlakes and Pharrells and Drakes and on this album?
I mean, even like you said, Drake's verse was so hard. It's just you walk out of there like, gotta keep sharpening. You know what I mean? I'm somebody that's desperate to get better. I mean, that's why I've gotten to where I've gotten is I don't look at my music and I'm like, wow, I'm so great. Listen to this work I did. I look at my music that I've dropped and I'm like, what could be better about this? What's not connecting with people? So all those artists make me reach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They make me want to reach to be better.
Ever any intimidation factor sometimes? Like, shit, that's Wayne.
I think got some legends on this project.
I think earlier on, but I'm starting to feel, you know, they show a lot of warmth to me, and they make me feel like I might be who I think I am. So, you know, in this album, I didn't feel any intimidation, but I definitely have before in the studio. I've definitely had moments where I'm like, oh shit, I gotta come with it.
I think people respect you as a rapper.
Yeah.
You know, which, you know, of course, being white, that's people think, oh, you're just here because of your skin, but then it's like I think they respect you because of your bars.
I like to think so.
Do you hate that white rapper conversation? Like he's dope as a this, instead of he's dope as a rapper.
I don't hate it. No, it don't bother me. Yeah.
Do you ever listen to your old mixtapes from when you were young, passing them out in school?
Yeah, it's like it brings tears to my eyes. Not even on an emotional level, just on some like turn this shit off.
That bad?
I mean, it's like anybody's shit. Like it's like a middle school pictures. Like everyone, even if you don't make music, like you have something from your past that makes you cringe. Mm-hmm. I know I see the beauty in it. It's just a young kid that wants it, but I can't hear that shit.
You should put some on for Throwback Thursday.
Maybe we'll think about it.
Because that'd be cute, just to see the progress. You were a kid, you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now we seen you at the game, and you was messing with the cameraman's
Camerawoman.
Camerawoman's
camera.
Yeah.
Did they try to kick you out for that? Because you adjusting the light, the this.
Nah.
People were so mad.
Yeah,
like he could
mad.
have made her lose her job.
Yeah, people were mad on the internet. You know, me and her were laughing together the whole game, so you know, I was just fooling around, but you know, I ended up apologizing to her because I never imagined that's what would happen, and things have cooled out for her. So I've talked to her since. Everything's in a good space now.
You got her chicken tenders?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
No, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know you're getting hot when you start to get the industry plant rumors.
I know, right?
You know? The conspiracy theories. I had somebody tell me Jack Harlow is the person that they're going to use to replace Drake. I'm like, huh?
I hear I'm like destroying masculinity, like a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You are?
Destroying masculinity.
How was that?
How was hearing that?
No. How would you destroy masculinity?
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, it's because you don't come from head.
What?
What?
Wow, you had that bitch ready.
What do you mean? What the fuck?
I have a lyric on one of my songs where I say I don't come from head, but you could try though. I didn't know you could pull that out there.
Oh, that's just game. You just say that to her so she can go down there and be down there forever.
He could be
You know what's
serious.
up.
Some people don't. Is that true?
What?
Like, is that a true lyric, or you just say that to?
All my raps are real.
So never.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Goodness gracious, ye.
I'm not gonna say that ain't a true lyric on this show right now. I'll tell you that. That's facts.
Okay.
That's my life.
So what do you ask after that, ye?
No, I was just thinking about because Emmy's wife had the same problem. So
No, it was a little
for
different.
10 years.
A little different.
Wow.
It's a little
It's a wild statement she just
now I
made,
gotta
bro.
explain it now. It's just so awkward. So me and my
That's
wife been
wild.
together since 16 and 15, right? You met her yesterday, right? So the first 10 years of our relationship, she didn't reach an orgasm.
That's all.
It's
Don't
okay.
laugh.
It's
Don't
okay
laugh.
to
It's
say
the truth. It's
you
no
don't
it's nothing
give a
funny.
fuck.
It's laugh. It's no funny.
I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, so she had to learn her body, and I had to learn her body. We were young. I was her first. We didn't know. So we talk about it in the book, and that's what it was. That's it.
I love your vulnerability.
There you go.
But they say you're destroying masculinity?
You might be bruh, huh?
Now you got Topanga in the trailer
Yeah.
for your album. Were you a fan of that show growing up?
I missed out on that show growing up.
Boy Meets World. How you know Topanga then?
I mean, she's still iconic. She's stood the test of time. She's an icon. I'm familiar, but I just didn't grow up with the show.
Wow. So you trying to double back? Like,
I just think she's iconic, and I got a lot of love for her. And she's been supporting me crazy enough since like 2017.
really?
Yeah, she was super early.
How do you? Oh, she used to post about you and stuff like that.
Yeah, like she had she may still have it. She has a podcast with her husband Jensen, and they brought me on it really early. So they just been showing me love for a long time. Some relationships just they work out. They're organic.
You seem like the type that don't forget things like that. You don't forget people who were like early
Correct.
on you.
Correct.
Yeah. Who are some other people that were really early on the?
I forget.
You just said you
You
don't.
just said.
I'm joking.
You don't,
Damn, now I gotta create people out of scratch.
Because look, we saw you posted
thousands of people for sure.
We saw you and Bryson Tiller. You posted the conversation where you reached out to him and he actually responded.
Okay, that's a perfect example.
Yeah. But that was actually you reaching out. It wasn't. You know.
Yeah, but that was 2015. It didn't take long for him to start retweeting my shit, putting on for the city.
Right.
So Bryson's a huge example. Bryson showed me love super early when no one wanted to embrace me at a certain point, man. Like no one wanted to put their arm around me, you know. And that's Drama, and them were walking me around with their arm around me at a time when they knew no one wanted to put their arm around me. So there was definitely a time that 2018, 2017, even a little 2019, where it was like, don't know if we can co-sign this kid.
What do you think changed all that?
My beard.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start looking more mature, you take you a little serious. Yeah.
I grew under myself a little bit, but yeah, I just think I'm pushing, and people will know I care. I think it's becoming common knowledge. People know I care about this. It's not a cash grab.
They hear the raps. I'm telling you, it's all about. At the end of the day, it's all about the boss. That's what it's about.
Well said.
It's about the raps.
You're exactly right.
In Kentucky, when did they start taking you serious? Like when you recorded that video that went online as you as a kid, that's on YouTube. So between that video and when did they start taking you actually serious as an artist?
I think as early as 2016, there was a community of people taking me serious. By 2019, it was like, okay, there's nothing we could say now. And now it's at a point where it's just, I feel like the respect level's risen and people realize that I'm not just making it about me, but we could easily just blow up and say, hey, look at me shining, y'all, ain't y'all proud? Instead, it's like, yo, would you like to jump into this with us? Pushing to inspire, we're putting nutrients back into the city. So I think things are great.
From an industry level, how do you keep yourself from saying, okay, I got to make another First Class? Because you don't want to keep doing those type of records. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do. You want the success, but you know what I mean.
That was a funny way to say it. I don't know. It's crazy because it's like deja vu. What's popping was this thing that people thought, was going to overshadow me, or maybe I couldn't top, or it was this thing that was too big for me. How you make another What's Poppin'? And never on my mind was like, I got to make another record like What's Poppin'. It was a good example of what can work, but it was never the standard to me. What's crazy is I've been wanting to get a record like First Class off for years, just in terms of tempo and grooviness, and the vibe is just smoother. Most of my big records have been really trap influenced, so just to have something out with tempo excites me, but people have to see my versatility now. What's Poppin', the industry baby, to this, like, and anyone that's a real fan of me knows how diverse my catalog is. So we're just gonna keep pushing.
I was gonna ask, does the crossover love bother you at all? Because you are somebody that made trap music, you are in the clubs, but the records that you're making is stadium music. So do you feel like you will lose that?
No, I feel like I'm capable of whatever I want.
Now, also, we seen you at the Met Gala.
Yes.
What does Jack Harlow do at the Met Gala?
Shakes a lot of hands, wanders around.
Is it uncomfortable for you? Like, are you comfortable talking?
There's moments that are uncomfortable just because of how surreal it is. But that was my second one. I went to the recent one in September, and that one was more wide-eyed Jack. This one I walked in there like I've been 10 times or something. So I felt comfortable the other night.
Did you feel like you belong?
Yeah.
Were you in the theme properly? I was looking at the outfit. I was, sometimes the themes throw me off at the Met Gala.
Yeah, you and me both.
I was like, I don't understand what you're supposed to be wearing.
Do you like doing interviews with people like that? Like, I seen you do an interview on the red carpet, and the lady was like, what are you wearing? A suit? Or you just do that to fuck with them?
The second one.
The latter.
Did you see?
Maybe I'm just like protecting myself by being silly. Who knows? I don't know. Sometimes if things fall out of my mouth. What were you about to say?
Did you see game one of the...
Yo, stop it, man. What's wrong with you?
Come on.
Oh,
Did you hold the goal, man?
Don't play the game.
Even the mouth.
He does this all
Don't play that
You
game.
think I don't watch this show?
So
Grew up on this show.
Oh, man.
Charlamagne and I have been bro lovers for the longest time. People
Man,
think.
shut up. You going to tell your whole sex life?
Yeah, he keeps
Just keep
talking
talking to Jack about your sex life. Why?
Wait, you said your bro, like...
Bromance.
Oh, y'all fuck. What were you about to ask me, dog?
I was going to say, game one of the Eastern Conference Finals, semifinals, right? You saw
How
the
did
two
y'all just
referees.
gloss over that and go to game one?
Breakfast Club, man. It's the Breakfast Club.
You said the two referees were asking who is Jack Harlow. Did you see that?
Yeah, he copied.
You see that?
Yeah, I have no idea. Go ask him. That shit was amazing.
What did you think about it when you saw it?
Iconic. I mean, it just, I don't know, it's perfect.
And then
I was like,
oh,
it's release week. Like, where to start?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I saw a whole article, like, was he really in Chronicles of Narnia?
Oh, yeah.
He did a whole article on,
You
like,
got that, right?
Distractify.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Because you see what they say about me. Mm-hmm. You see the meme.
Yes, I saw them, and I saw
Somehow
the article.
I feel like I can't tell if you have seen it for real.
No, I saw you said, because you look like the guy in the movie. And
Okay,
then,
yeah.
I get that. I didn't know if there was something I was missing.
No, yeah. It's like, because there's a community of people that are like,
That
he was
think
really
you
in
look
Narnia. He was really in Narnia, so I don't know if people really, yeah. But yeah, they say I look like that half goat guy in Narnia.
So shit. I'm an idiot, bro.
So the fucking, when they posted the refs talking like that, I was like, clearly they never seen Narnia. And people were like,
I'm a fucking idiot.
What?
I thought you really dressed up as a goat to go to the Met Gala.
Shut the fuck up.
Because I
saw
saw
that
a picture.
picture?
Yes. I swear to God.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought that he was.
To be fair, the Photoshop on that was phenomenal.
I thought it was real. I promise you I thought it was. I just glanced at it. And it's the Met Gala, so you
How
don't
have
think
you
nothing
not
of it.
confronted me about that yet?
I don't care. I was like, that's the Met Gala. People dress crazy at the Met Gala.
You really thought I was...
I promise you I thought that was you, bro.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's
I
amazing,
promise
fam.
you.
Internet one.
I scanned by it. I was like, shit. I said, damn, Jack dressed. I couldn't tell if it was the devil
You
or a
seen that?
goat.
You saw that image? Yeah.
Yo, what's wrong with you, man?
Did you see the picture?
Yes, but I seen him wearing a brown suit at the Met Gala.
I didn't see. I
He
only saw
missed
that
that
one
one. He only
picture.
saw a goat man. That's amazing.
When you hear the ref say you don't know who that is, does that give you more motivation to be like, I want everybody to know who I am? I want people to ask that question.
I mean, I don't know. There's something like endearing about the refs asking though. Like, I feel like a clip of them being like, it's Jack Harlow over there. He's really for the streets. Like, I don't know. Like, them acknowledging me or something would be, I don't know if that's as good as, yo, who's Jack Harlow? Mm-hmm. And then during like the fourth quarter, he was over near me, Scott Foster. And I tapped him on I was like, I wanted to introduce myself, get him familiar. He's like, my daughter already texted me. And he walked off.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, he didn't even want to take a picture.
Well,
or
he
nothing.
didn't have a moment. He had
They
to
know
ref
you
the game.
at the Kentucky Derby, though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, big time.
I saw you launching an annual Derby party or something around the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, a bunch of Derby events this weekend, just around the album release, and it's gonna be historic.
Aren't you are you announcing, or what are you doing at the Kentucky Derby?
The Riders Up, which is this tradition right before the race starts. You just announce it. You announce it's about to happen.
You feel like it's gotten more, because I always hear people, like, as of late, the past few years, I heard a lot more people talking about going to it and what an experience it is. I don't, obviously I've never been, but
I think you would like it. I feel like it's up your alley.
what does that mean?
I mean, it's just kind of a sophisticated event. You seem sophisticated.
I'm not.
This is my take.
But thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the Hole in the Wall club in Kentucky? She might feel more
Yeah, she
comfortable.
might want to go there. What is
Yeah,
strip club in Kentucky?
Plastic
We
cup.
have holes in walls.
She want to go there.
How significant is the Kentucky Derby for people who don't know? For people in Kentucky?
Yeah, explain it to us,
How-
because
I mean, it depends. There's a community of people that, don't give a shit. But then there's a massive community of people. It's the most historic thing in the world, And to me, it's this worldwide thing. It's the biggest horse race in the world, and it's been going on for over 100 years now, so it's special. So it all depends on who you ask. But, I mean, it's the biggest weekend in Kentucky, I'll say that. It's changed things. It's been that way for a while.
Before.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
It's interesting because I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, all of these things happen, right? Like the referees say your name, that goes viral. Met Gala this week. Did you plan for the album to come out the weekend of the Kentucky Derby, or did that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
dope.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
so
plan.
what do you say?
Yeah.
You just go riders up? Like, how do you do it?
It's my first time. I don't know. Should be interesting.
So that's all you have to say is just riders up?
I think that's the name of it. I don't know if that's the dialogue,
Okay.
but I'm going to have to say something, and I'll be ready.
How do you get that off to the label? Because the label's like, oh, well, when you want the album to come out? Like, I want it to come out around the time of the Kentucky Derby. Kentucky Derby's regional.
It made sense. It made sense. If the timing felt right, so they were all for it. And of course, yeah, I'm more concerned with the Kentucky thing than anyone is, but we felt like we could maximize it. Who's ever done that?
Right.
There's a lot of coverage up there.
And people fly in from all over for it.
All
It's
over.
huge. I mean, the Kentucky Derby's just classic, man.
I'm surprised you guys never been.
Yeah, you've been?
Mm.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
had on
You
a
did a couple
fancy
of years,
hat.
Well,
I
guys
was
didn't-
there. I didn't
don't
go to the Derby, though. I was there
You've
during
been to
that
Louisville,
weekend.
huh?
There's a lot of corporate
Yeah.
events,
Yeah.
too. A lot of money spent that weekend.
No, it's a massive weekend.
And then you end up with the Kentucky Fried Chicken endorsement.
That's right. Yeah, I'm KFC down.
Did you grow up on KFC?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. I mean, we have our local spots where we're from, but KFC it's undeniable.
And that just makes sense, right? As an endorsement.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, it felt right. It felt right.
You prefer original or spicy?
Original. You know me.
They don't want you to do a diss record going at Popeyes and nothing like that, right?
I don't know yet. They haven't presented it.
Would you do that?
We'll see.
Okay.
Do anything for the company.
Just don't go at Chick-fil-A.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Eddie Hall is. Go ahead.
Just don't go at Chick-fil-A.
Exactly. Don't say that. The album will be out Friday, man.
The album's out today, man. What you want to hear off the album?
Let's do Movie Star featuring Pharrell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it right now. The album is out right now. Come home. The kids miss you. And we appreciate you for joining us.
Jack
Thank
Harlow.
you. It's been a pleasure.
All right. It's Jack Harlow. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.